Hey guys, and welcome to this fragrance review. I'm so thrilled to present you this fragrance today because it's something that really blew my mind the very first time I had got my nose into this fragrance. I just knew at some point I was going to buy it. It's so special to me personally. I will be looking for the right words to describe it because I'm so passionate about this particular fragrance. It will not shock you. It's from the house of Xerjoff. I really respect the house itself. I think they have so many beautiful fragrances and they use the highest quality you can ever imagine. This is one of the best houses in the entire world, period. And this particular fragrance, it's like it was just made for me, if that would ever be possible, because this is of course produced for everyone to buy. But anyways, let's just go into the real review and start off with the presentation for this. Look at that beautiful box. This is Xerjoff Al-Khatt from their Oud Stars collection. This is a 50 ml bottle or 1.7 OZ um, bottle, and look at that beautiful box. It has some information on the back about the collection itself, and it has a beautiful logo, um, the signature X on top, and then you have your information on the bottom. Okay, so this is an eau de parfum concentration. It's really strong. It's just beautiful in terms of presentation. When you open this up, you will get the actual bottle, which is wrapped in some sort of silk or velvet pouch. It's actually velvet, but yeah, it feels really nice. And then when you open this up, you get that beautiful bottle. Look at that. Again, with the signature of the Oud Stars collection in gold. It has Al-Khatt written on the bottom. Then it has Xerjoff on the cap. A cap which is really heavy and it sits into place perfectly. Look, I really have to pull it off. The sprayer is beautiful, and look at this little ring on the bottom. I don't know if some of you might already have this fragrance. I think in the beginning they didn't have this to hold the cap really well, but mine, it clicks so it doesn't fall off. And then you have the information on the bottom. Okay, so this is it for presentation. Beautiful stuff right here. Let's go into the smell itself. Right guys, let's go into the actual scent itself. And first off, let me remind myself about that beautiful opening. Sniff this from the cap real quick. Oh man, this is so delicious. Let me just say this real quick. I have been into fragrances for a couple of years now, and it's really difficult for me to discover a fragrance that blows me away in such a good way that Alcott did. From the very first time I smelled it, actually, I was really sure, 200% sure I was going to buy a bottle at some point. And so I did last month, and it is amazing, you know. So it was released in 2012. Perfumer is Chris Maurice. Notes for Al-Khatt are bergamot, jasmine, vanilla, cashmeran, benzoin, oak moss, and agarwood. Spraying this on your skin, the opening will be a huge blast of agarwood, a little bit of bergamot, and straight to the other notes, jasmine, vanilla, benzoin. Those are the things that really are the strongest in the composition. That agarwood, to give you a definition of how the agarwood in Al-Khatt smells, I try to divide my fragrances with oud into two categories. I know there's a lot more variations to the actual note of oud itself, but to give you a better idea of how the oud in Al-Khatt smells, I like to divide that in two categories. First off, you have the type of oud that smells medicinal. If you know dark oud by Montal, if you know oud musk by Montal, the oud is strong, in your face, it's sharp, and it has a medicinal vibe, especially in dark oud. On the other hand, you have fragrances like obsessive oud, you have oud cuir d'Arabie. The oud used in those examples is a lot more, it's not more subtle because it's still really powerful. Of course, the note agarwood itself is always really strong, but it's more towards a sweet slash skanky animalic vibe. Um, it's not really to describe as horse shit as some people say. That's another thing, but it definitely has a barnyard feel to it. It has animalic qualities, and the oud used in Al-Khatt has an animalic, skanky feel, but it's really sweetened by the benzoin, the vanilla, the cashmeran, and that beautiful white floral note of jasmine, which can be a little bit of feminine. If you think about fracas, it's also unisex, but I wouldn't really wear that as a man. But in Al-Khatt, the jasmine is excellent because it's surrounded by this really masculine note of agarwood, and it has the sweet elements to it that really well surround it in a way. It's hard for me to describe this, but let me just say this: it's as feminine as it is masculine. Maybe 60-40. Maybe this leans just a little bit towards the feminine side, but I definitely believe that you can wear this as a man. So opening, like I said, agarwood, sweet, skanky, really nice, strong. Just a little hint of bergamot, but it fades away really quick. The jasmine, really present in your face, but not overpowering. And due to the vanilla and the cashmeran and the benzoin, it's really sensual. It really is a seductive fragrance. Scent evolution, when it dries down, the agarwood tones down. It doesn't stay as strong as in the opening, and it doesn't have to. Because the vanilla and the jasmine and the benzoin, the cashmeran, those notes really stay with you until the very end, and it's beautiful. Um, Oak moss is not really something that really comes forward in the composition, and it doesn't have to. I think it might be just there to give it a little bit of unisex quality, um, and it's done right. So not the most multi-dimensional note breakdown, but it doesn't have to be. It's just so delicious as it is. From the very first moment you spray it until the last minute it's lingering on your skin, you will get that beautiful combination of floral, woody, and balsamic notes. It's so enchanting, it's so seductive. Yeah, it is beautiful. Performance for Alcott. Wow, this is a fragrance. If you like strong fragrances, definitely look no further. This will stay with you the entire day, for sure. 10, 12 hours easily. It performs excellent. Projection is huge. For the first 4 to 6 hours, it leaves a scent bubble, arm's length, you know. And if you walk by people, it leaves a huge scent trail. People will definitely pick this fragrance up. And on for compliments, I believe a lot of people might compliment you on this because it's so sweet and it's so sexy in a way. But it might throw off a lot of people as well. You know, people who are not really into Agarwood might believe this is kind of weird because it has that strong animalic opening. Um, but that tones down in the middle, you know. So you will definitely get some compliments, no doubt about it. Um, Gender, I already told you. I believe this is unisex, maybe just a little bit towards the feminine side, but I really like that, you know. I enjoy wearing Alcott. It gives me a very relaxed feeling. It makes me feel like I'm on a day off. Even when I'm working, I feel like I'm having a day off just smelling Alcott. It's so nice. Versatility. Right, I believe this is a fragrance that needs a little bit of coldness. I believe this is not the best choice for summer. Maybe summer night, you know, but other than that, you know, spring, fall, winter. Winter is probably the best period, you know, to wear it. But so versatility, it's not the best, you know, but it's beautiful as it is. I wouldn't change it anyway. Um, is it an office safe scent? Depends on what kind of work you do. You might throw off a lot of people, but you might charm a lot of people as well. People will definitely, it will be a tie, you know, so it depends on your job. But versatility is not the best overall, but I don't care, you know, scent itself, 12 out of 10. Versatility, 6 or 7. And performance, again, 12 out of 10. This is an excellent fragrance altogether. Is there an alternative to Alcott? Well, let me just say, when I smelled it, I thought about something from the past, something that I have smelled years and years now, and I knew it was something that a lot of women wear. So I checked out a lot of designer fragrances for women, and I realized that it shares a vibe with Alien from Terry Mugler. Um, Alien, of course, also has that jasmine, that vanilla, but it lacks agarwood. It's more of a musky fragrance. It's very synthetic. If you smell these two side by side, you will discover a lot of different aspects to it. But Alien has some sort of vibe that Alcott also shares, just done better, you know, with better quality ingredients, with a lot better performance, but because Alien has been reformulated to pure water right now. Um, but Alcott is strong as hell. It's done so much better. But to give you an idea, if you are the kind of guy or girl that enjoys Alien, you might want to look into Alcott because it has certain elements that will remind you about Alien. So enough of that chit chat. But let's wrap this up, guys. You know, I have no more words for it other than try this out. It's such a beautiful fragrance. I'm so passionate towards Alcott. If there would ever be a top 10 list for me, I'm working on it, guys. I know I've seen the question rise a couple of times. Steve, what's your top 10? What's your top favorite fragrances in the entire world? Well, I'm working on that list. I will definitely do a top 10 favorite list, and Alcott will be in that list, and it will be high up in that list as well. So yeah, that's how much I really like Alcott. It's not a safe buy at all, you know, because it's so sweet, it's so distinctive. There's not enough. There's not too much like it, you know. I've given you the example of Alien, but other than that, you know, there's not there's nothing to compare it to. It's just so specific. But try it out. Let me know what you think about Alcott, and like my video if you enjoyed watching it. See you next time. Bye, guys.